Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into a single, unbelievably productive day in the life of Nicholas Alexander Benson. We're going to see how his dreams, his creative work, and even how he thinks all connect and feed into each other in this awesome creative cycle.
All right, let's jump in right where Nicholas's day began. And no, it wasn't with an alarm clock. He actually started it by consciously waking up inside his own dream. He's got this technique down, using sleep paralysis to gain full control, basically becoming the master of his own dream world.
And this wasn't just some random dream, you know? It was more like a grand finale, a celebration that was the peak of a story that had been playing out in his head for months. It totally set the tone for the entire day that followed.
So for almost 3 months, Nicholas has been living this whole other life in his dreams, defending a place he calls the Elven Village. You can see on the timeline, he shows up, fights off all these crazy monsters, and then, on this specific day, things change. It's the 3-month anniversary, and it's time to celebrate. Now, the power source in this dream world, it's called lucid light. It's this beautiful, reality-bending energy that looks like a galaxy of stars. But after so many battles, today it wasn't a weapon. Nope, today it was a tool for creation. So he teams up with his companion, Johnson, and yeah, you heard that right. Johnson is a humanoid goldfish in an astronaut suit. And together, they put on this amazing fireworks display. It's this perfect moment of peace and joy, like a big party after a long, hard war inside his own mind. Okay, so here's where it gets really, really cool. The stuff happening in the dream, it starts to directly reflect what's going on in his waking life. The line between his inner world and his outer world is just super blurry. So you see that huge fireworks celebration in his dream? Well, it's pretty much a direct mirror of his real life. He had just gotten some really positive feedback on a book he'd published, and it's like his subconscious decided to throw a party to celebrate that real-world win. It's that same feeling of satisfaction after a job well done. And that creative energy, it didn't just stop as a good feeling. It exploded into real, tangible projects all day long. He was just turning ideas into actual things at like lightning speed. First up, he gets an idea for a book, the Eidolon Cast. And get this, the core idea is that life doesn't actually have a main character, even though every single one of us feels like we're the star of our own movie. Pretty deep, right? And here's the crazy part. He uses AI to take that complex idea and just, boom, turns it into a 6,500-word book. Then he edits it and gets it submitted for publishing, all in one day. Just wow. But the creative train didn't stop there. He also records a demo for his own 3D fighting game. And you can totally see his influences here. He's pulling from the weapon-based fighting of Soul Calibur and the fun character vibes of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And as if that wasn't enough for one day, he spins up another game idea, Voxel Royale. The whole premise is just awesome. You're one of 15 people in a city that is literally disappearing around you while you fight. He's not just dreaming this stuff up either. He's using AI tools to build the actual guts of the game. You know, controller support, a save system. He's building a real solid foundation that you can actually play. And the gameplay looks like it's going to be chaotic in the best possible way. You've got superpowers like flight and super speed, and you're just trying to survive as the world literally crumbles around you. It's a mad dash to be the last one standing. Okay, so this theme of winning and creating, it doesn't just show up in his big projects. You can see it in how he plays and even in how he thinks about the world. So let's take his Fortnite session from that day. He gets his second crowned victory royale of the season, which, is a great win for anyone. But it's how he won that really ties everything together. And here it is. This wasn't just a win. It was a flawless victory. He got the not even a paper cut achievement, which means he took 0 damage. See the connection? It's another moment of perfect, peaceful celebration. Just like the fireworks in his dream, it all connects. Inspiration can seriously strike from anywhere. For Nicholas, he reads this bizarre internet rumor about Pikachu's original design, and just like that, it sparks an idea for a totally new character he calls Shockaton, complete with its own backstory. All of this incredible output is powered by a really clear philosophy he has.
He sees AI not as something to be afraid of, but as a tool that just makes humans even more creative and efficient. He basically says, hey, if people would just stop hating on this tool and actually try using it, they'd probably find out how powerful it really is. So when you pull back and look at all the pieces, the dream, the book, the games, even the Fortnite win, you start to see this incredible, self-powering creative loop in action. And if you need any more proof, just look at the highlight comic he makes for himself every day. It lays it all out. The celebration in his dream fuels real-world creation, which in turn probably inspires his next dream adventure. It's a perfect creative flywheel. And all of this leaves us with a really interesting question. Nicholas is actively blurring the line between his subconscious mind and his creative work, using one to power the other. It really makes you stop and think, if your dreams and your life were this plugged in together, what would you create?